I want to talk about another set of issues that I hear about all the time, and it has to do with fitness. It has to do with how we're moving through life. But it's not just the weight that you're carrying around, and it's not just how you feel about yourself, and it's not just the pain in your joints that won't go away, but it's this kind of general feeling of being stuck. It's being overworked, underslept, being negative, being resentful, even distracted. The more people that I talk to who live and operate in this sort of like first world hustle focused society tell me that this is like most of their lives every single day. This is the mood that we walk around in. This is the mood that I walk around in. So much to do, so little time. So much shit to get done, not enough time to get it done. Has this been your experience at all, Elliot?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And no matter how hard we try, no matter how busy we are, quote unquote, no matter how all the productivity hacks that we employ, this sense of overwhelm doesn't go away. We're still racing against the clock, racing against time. You've talked about that before. It's like no matter what I try and do, I can't fucking get away from time.
It's funny that you're talking about that. Did you see my post today?
No, what did your
It
post
was
say?
about it was about time. It was about live like you're gonna die tomorrow because you've got 40 years left.
Nice. I like that adaptation.
I just think
Yeah,
that we're constantly stuck in this contradiction of like now versus patience.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And where does the need to have things happen now come from? That's my question.
Yeah, I think because you're living now. You're not living later.
Hmm.
I mean, it's ultimate presence in the moment to live for the now, to do now, to get done now, and so it plays to that part of us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you want what you want, and you want it now. Yeah,
I mean,
but
we live for millennia with now.
hmm
You know, I'm fucking hungry. Eat. Pick that berry. You know,
yeah.
I mean,
Check
this
this out, though.
concept of past and future are like relatively recent.
Mm,
Time wasn't even in like standardized time wasn't even fucking invented until like the 1900s, 20th century. It was only
yeah, isn't
because
that
of
wild?
goddamn trains. Yeah,
For the trains.
yeah.
Imagine a world where there was no standardized time. That's an amazing digression. Check this out, though. So if you want what you want and you want it now, why the urgency? Why is what you have already not good enough? Here's what's happening in my brain. Tell me if this is true for you. What's happening in my brain is that I don't know exactly. Wow, that banging just got so distracted. I don't know exactly if I'm gonna get what I want to get. And so I'm desperately trying to claw for it right now. If I knew for a fact that what I was doing now was definitely going to get me what I wanted later in the proper time, I would have much more patience. But the problem is that I'm not exactly sure if that's going to work out or not. I'm not exactly sure if what I'm doing right now is actually progressing. I kind of feel stuck. I kind of feel like what I'm up to today might not actually work. And so that puts me in this crazy state of desperation. Does that feel true at all for you?
So you're uncertain whether what you're doing now will pay off.
Yeah.
And so you want the payoff now so that you can guarantee that what you're doing now has a payoff.
Yeah. If I knew for a fact that what I was doing today was progressing in the direction I want to go, I'd be set. I'd be fine. I'd be patient. I would still do things to try to accelerate, but I wouldn't be running around like a chicken with my head cut off, not sleeping enough, sacrificing things that matter in some cockamamie attempt at securing the things that that I don't feel secure about.
Mm. So you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off because you're uncertain about the future.
Because I'm uncertain about the future and uncertain about what I'm doing right now in an attempt to try and get there.
But if you knew that what you're doing right now would get you to some future that you've envisioned for yourself, you wouldn't be stressing about it, even though you'd be doing the exact same thing.
Correct.
So stress is just a mental state, not an actual what's happening in your life, not an action.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the reason that I'm stressed is because I feel stuck. If I didn't feel stuck, I wouldn't be stressed about it because I'd be moving forward.
Feel stuck. You feel stuck. You feel stuck where? In the uncertainty.
Where do you feel stuck? What goals have you set that haven't worked out yet? I feel like you're not getting any closer.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think one goal that seems to be coming up recently has been around my connection to nature and connection to the outdoors, and feeling like a need and a lust and a desire for that deep connection where, like, my love for trees and plants and animals is the same sort of love that I feel toward my family. And, you know, and so that I'm in a position where, like, I'm treating nature with true gratitude, with true thankfulness, and that feels really far away. Even though, like, I spend a ridiculous amount of time out there, it still feels very separate from me. like I know that it's important, and I know that it's, you know, something I've chosen to, you know, to dedicate my life to right now. And but at the same time, like I have a long ways to go to feel that connection that I talk about.
Mm.
Like I forget about it 90% of the week. And I have like 10% of the week where I'm remembering it. And I just think that that really goes to the heart of what I'm looking for in meditation and in journaling and in health, and is just connection to this world that I've been placed into.
So you're searching for deeper connection and feel like you're not really getting anywhere.
Yeah.
That's good, bro. Good share. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I mean, look, part of it is that, you know, that is this sort of deep rooted desire to, you know, that's what you're talking about in terms of like the result, you know, and am I doing the things now that will get me that result? And that is the result that I desire most of all. This deep, meaningful connection to the world around me. And, you know, in the work I choose, the 4 B's that we work on, the relationships that I have, you know, there's all these distractions, right? There's all these things that you're doing on a daily basis that are kind of like constantly pulling you away from being in the present or being in that moment or being grateful and thankful. And so, you know, that stress that comes from like wanting just to have connection and then being stressed out because like I'm not working on that, thing, or at least I'm not sure I am, or I don't see the clear path between what I'm doing and that result, as if that result were like tangible somehow.
So let's sit with that then some more, and we can talk about it next week. Just putting that question into the context of this conversation, I think, is really helpful. Now you can ask a question which is like, why am I stuck? Why am I not either A, doing what's required, or B, why is the actions that I'm taking not yielding the result that I want? Because you just told me that this connection that you're talking about is what you ultimately want. So it seems important to answer this question. And for anyone who's catching up on this in the recording, same question. What feels stuck? And why? Are you just not doing the work required? Or do you think you're doing what's required, but you're not getting anywhere?